Today's class, I'll be doing a mini project. I'll be showing a tutorial of a mini project of employee management system. So for that, I'll open my old folder. So I'll open this folder. Where is Pandas? Yeah. So I'll open this folder only because I have everything right here. This is my terminal, right? I'll write here only. Jupyter notebook. As you know, it takes me to the other interface. I'll create a new file here. Name it project. So I'll quickly import my pandas. Import pandas as PD. Shift enter and it'll get executed. So it's executing as it's showed as it is showing a star. Now I'll also import OS. So that also got executed. So why I am importing OS? Because I want to specify my file path. So file name and file path to, like, if I don't use OS and if my file is somewhere in other folder, if I specify the path, it won't take. So for that I also used import OS. I'll show it why I have used it. So I'll take file name equal to students.csv. So basically I'll make it for student management system. It will be better. And I'll check if it exists or not. If it doesn't exist, it will create its own. Os dot path dot is a function again. Is an OS function where it checks if the file really exists. If it exists, it's fine. It's well and good. If it doesn't exist, then we'll create a new one. ed dot data frame. So I'm initializing it to create. If it doesn't exist, it creates a new Excel file. So these are all my attributes: ID, name, and what all will have age, right? Age. grade and an email. We'll take all capital. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm specifying all the rows, like all the columns. Here I don't have any student.csv ready with me. If I have, I can directly use that. But I don't have, right? For that, I am creating it dynamically. So here, df, this data frame I need to convert to CSV. So see how good it is. We need not create a new CSV and give all the values. We can automate the work using Python. So that's the reason we are using Pandas for now. To CSV. To CSV is a simple function which converts these all data frames into columns. Then we'll add within the code. Previously, in yesterday's class, we added manually, right? Here we'll be adding within the code. Like if I want to add a new student, I'll add dynamically. It will be good also to see. File name index equal to false. Why should I keep index equal to false? Because it shouldn't take any random indexes, right? If it started taking indexes, it will start taking from 0. So don't want that. So that's the reason I made index equal to false. I want to follow whatever the index Excel gives. Like it gives, right, left corner, which doesn't affect. So it will be better. I'll run this. Okay. Oh. Okay. Spelling mistake. Okay, it got executed. Then now my main task is to create functions. So previously we have seen, right, in Flask we have created functions and we linked those functions, like we linked those functions to the front end, and in front end if I use something, it does an operation. Here I'll be dealing with back end directly, no need of using front end. Like I wanted to show how things work exactly. So for that I'll create a function. What all do I need? I want to add students, right? So for that I'll be creating a function called add student. Def, as you know, the syntax of function, you will initialize a function using a keyword called def. Add student. To go to next line, you can directly press enter. But if you press shift enter, it will execute the cell and go to next cell. So to stay within the cell, you can directly press enter, and after calling a function in VS Code, if you press enter, it will directly give you a tab space, but here it is not happening. So manually you need to press a tab key, otherwise you'll get an indentation error. Df, which is a data frame, equal to pd dot read CSV. What we have done here, we converted the file to CSV. Like I'll check it if I have that. Okay, see, students.csv, I created it today. I haven't done it manually. With the help of code only, I was able to create a Excel file. Not Excel, but CSV. I call it CSV. Here we created a CSV file. We are reading the CSV file. File name, which is a variable name. I kept it capital just to differentiate it so that it looks different from others. So what all I have? So a student has a student ID, right? Student ID equal to, I'll take it from input directly because here I'm adding student, right? So I'll take it from user. Enter student name, no, student ID. Copy the same thing. So we'll have name, age, grade, email as we have specified here. Student name, enter age. So I'll take everything from the user, as this input will be saved. I'll show how it will be saved directly. Just student age and what all we have. Grade, right? So it's a bit complex here. Like it used to previously, our VS Code used to give us more flexibility. But to adapt to these conditions, to because we'll be working more on this, I'm just using it. Otherwise, I could have chosen VS Code only. And work could have been more simpler if I use Copilot along with it, because it used to autofill everything. But while we are learning, we should not encourage that, because even if our work gets easier, we need to learn something, right? So I'm not using that. So that's all. These are all my attributes. Now what I'll do, I'll create a data frame. What's a data frame again? So I'll create a new row for that. I'll create a variable, remove student equal to pd dot data frame. What all I gave over here, this should be created. This should be created as a new row. So for that I'll leave some space. Data frame. So what all I have, I'll take it as a list, not a list, but as an array. I mean matrix. Student ID, name, age, grade, email. So columns equal to df dot columns. So df equal to pd dot concat. Here we don't have special operations like insert into, select from, just like MySQL. We don't have those. So we are using Python functions only, and we are trying to make it like make my Excel as database. So it's quite interesting, right? And challenging too, because SQL gave us more flexibility. Here we don't have. So here we are concatenating, means whatever he gives, it should be added to new line. That's such kind of concatenation. df new student, and we don't have any indexes, right? Ignore index equal to true. So what I'm doing here in this line, whatever I took from the user, I'll concat to the existing data frame, which is my this one, which are my columns. So to my columns, under my columns, I should have all this. So my changes should be saved to CSV, right? df dot to CSV. Here file name is already given. Okay, underscore index equal to false. It looks like a bit complex starting, but you'll understand it slowly. By practice, you'll master it definitely. Print. It's just an acknowledgement message. student added successfully. That's it. Again I'll print another line. So what I wanted is a bit of more decoration. So I'll run this. Okay. Yay. What I missed here. Okay. I missed this because the function has balances, right? I missed them. Okay, it's fine now. So these small things also matters. Should be careful. Def. What I have in create, read, update, delete. I'll have another one, right? To view, create, read. I have created this, and now I should read. So for that, create a function view students. I gave it now because I haven't used this. It didn't recognize this as a function. It's giving. I was mistaken. Equal to pd dot read csv. Everywhere in every function will be reading our csv file. File name. df dot empty. The data frame is empty. Should print no records. No students. No students found. Else it should show all the students who are existing. Student records, comma df. So who are so it will show all the students here, like who are all the students available. Here we have a variable, right? It reads the csv and shows everyone, like who are all existing. It will show everything. So I'll also run this cell. Okay, it was good. Run. So what if I want to search a student? I'll also create a function for that. Search. And we also have update and delete. Search is actually optional, but I wanted to show how can we implement it still. Like we want to learn the logic, right? df equal to pd dot read csv. Yes, common all the functions. File name. So I'll create another variable. Search id equal to input. I'll search based on the id, not on the name, because names can have duplicates, right? Enter student id to search. So if it found any id, it will directly show. Student equal to df of id. So what I'm doing here, in the data frame and in the variable only I can directly search. So that's the advantage of these numpy and pandas. Previously I have shown in numpy also, where I filtered directly from my variable. So here also, instead of using any instead of using any loop conditions, I'm directly using it here only. So it will search the ID within the data frame. ID equal to search. So in if we give that equal to, so here I have directly given. So that's the flexibility. So if ID, if student is not found, it gives like it prints a statement student dot empty. So here it's like inbuilt thing, print student not found. Okay, I'll give it in next line for better view. Else print student found. So and details are, what all are the details, I'll show it here by giving comma. I'll use the same variable here, student. So that's all. That's my search function. Just it compares. If the search exists, it will show that. Otherwise, no. So in this way, you can implement search. But while doing it dynamically using databases, you'll have something more like filtering options and few more. For now, it's fine. So what all we have done? Create, read are done. Search is also done, which is optionally, but it's fine. We have covered that also, and we have update. Update now. Update and delete are left. So I'll show update now. Update student df equal to, again the same thing, pd dot read csv and a file name. Next, student id. To update a value, we need to like search, right? So for that, I'll be selecting a student id and updating his details. Input, enter student id to update. So if student id is not existing, student id not in df of id. So what does this mean? Like I'm writing right, df of id. So it refers to a column. It refers to a column in Excel sheet, our CSV file. So if there is no id column, then what it should do? So for that only I'm writing this condition. Print student not found. That's enough. Student not found. And return. Return means it will do nothing. I'll exit from the condition statement and print leave blank if no changes. Otherwise I'll update the name equal to, I'll take it from here only. So I'll again take everything from the user, and I'll update it directly. Actually here not student name, we'll take as new name because we're updating the values, right? New age, new grade, new email. Df dot. So this is the main condition why we are doing this. I'll let you know. Okay. I miss a pen. Why is it showing red color? Okay, I'll know in the error section. It's fine. Okay, I already have my student ID variable, right? The ID is equal to student ID and name is equal to name. So here what I'm trying to do is I wanted to write everything in a single statement. So I haven't explained this concept yet, but what I wanted to say is we can do in this manner also. So after the statement I'll execute it, like I'll explain it better. Just I'll write down everything. Here what I did is it's quite simple to understand. I have used the if and else statement within a single line. Is good, right? Instead of having 3 to 4 lines, I have written them in a single line. So what I'm trying to do is if name exists, it keeps in a similar way, like it shows the name. If it doesn't exist, like if I want to change, I can directly modify whatever the new name, it will get replaced with my old name. So that's it. So I'll copy paste this because I'll be using it for few more times. Okay. Here we have done with name, right? I'll do age here. Age, age, and age. And similarly for grade as well. So I'll break down it more. So here first it will execute this if it is true, then okay, else it executes this one. So this is my result, this will be my result. So for basically it will execute from right to left. So it will execute this. After whole execution it will return the age. So here also after the whole execution of the statement it will return the grade. So here what we have finally, we have email, right? In email, if email exists, else email, here also else uh, grade, right? Grade, here it is grade. So based on student ID it will modify. So what next? We'll save our changes to CSV file. CSV file name index equal to false. We don't have an index set. And print student details updated successfully. Updated successfully. Okay, it's an extra thing. Okay, okay. Now the color got changed. So even if a small error, it shows the whole code in a different color. Oh, in line 11. Okay, I need to place this here. No error. So what next? I'll have another function delete. So I'll show it later. For now, I'll directly proceed because I think we are lacking. So I'll create a main function, def main, and while true, while I'm taking as true, I'll show it. Like we have seen switch case, right? So instead of switch case, uh, I want to use if else only. So for that, like I don't have a good UI, right? I will not have a UI, but how will the person knows what to click and what happens? So for that only I'm creating it. Like this is the UI which will be shown in the backend for him. So this is a student management system, student management system. Like we see it, right? When we call, like when we make a call to book gas or anything, press 1 to enter your choice, press 2 to talk with customer care. In a similar fashion, I'll ask him to press something, print 1 to add student, print 2 to view students, view all students, I mean, not single, view all students, and print 3 to search a student, print 4 update student. So if a user prints 1, then he'll be prompted to add a student. If he entered 2, then he'll be prompted to view all students, like he'll be shown all the students. Update student, and we don't have delete, right? But for now I'll write, and if time permits I'll explain it, delete also. Delete student and print 6 means exit. So he'll directly exit while printing 6. So until he prints 6, the while loop will get executed. So for that I have kept it as true. So I'll take a choice from input. I'll keep it an integer only, because if you presses something like ABCD, it shouldn't take, right? Enter your choice. One to six. So now I'll start my conditions. If choice equal to 1, then what should I do? Just a function call. Add student. That's it. And elif choice equal to 2. View students. And what next? We have another one, right? We have to search. Elif choice equal to 3. Actually, I don't need this codes because I'm taking this an integer, but okay. Enter your choice. Search student. So here I'm making a function call. That's the reason I don't need colon here. If choice equal to 4, then update student, and directly I'll keep, okay, this is my last. Choice equal to 6, because I don't have any delete function, right? So I'm not taking it. What should I do? Print exiting from student management system. Okay. Break. Nothing more to execute. And what if the option entered is invalid? So for that, I'll print invalid choice. Please try again. So here I'll call my main function. If name equal to main. Why? Because I have my main function here, right? I need to make it a function call. I'll execute it only if my name is main. See, now the total program got executed. Now it's time to see. Enter your choice. I'll enter 1. So enter student ID. It's not so good, the UI, as we have seen in our class, but still it's manageable, right? So I'll give one. Student name, whose name should I give? I'll give age, I'll give some 19. Grade, I'll give some 19. Email, gmail.com. So student added successfully. To verify what I'll do, I'll go back to this.